It's like someone clipped my wings. Now I'm falling, and I can't.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Diggity, a video game podcast. I'm Jeff James. With me this week, not the luscious Brody Foltz, but instead, not as luscious. I can't because Brody holds the key of most luscious since episode 1, and it's really named after his beard, but still kick-ass people. The WSAD bros from WSAD and Beyond podcast. How are you, my dudes?
Doing pretty good.
Good, man.
Before everyone was making
for?
sexual noises before we went live on this, so that's why we're all giggling. But like little school children, was great. I didn't hear him, bro.
Yeah, I didn't say anything.
But anyways, yeah, they're joined this week. So it's a normal show with news and such, and no topics this time, because I think every time you guys have been on, it's always been like our favorite whatever, and then it gets way out there. It's still gonna get way out there.
So
I mean,
it tries to be a topic, but then it's like a ball is just thrown across like the room. It's like, no one's gonna go get that, huh? All right,
no one's gonna go get that. All right, Nick will do it.
We talk about 5 different things that we noticed when the ball was being thrown across the room. So
we
jump into every other thing we see. Yeah.
But guys, if you're listening for the first time, every single week, typically Brody and I discuss gaming news from around the interwebs and beyond, and bring it to your ears on every single major podcast platform and your eyes on YouTube as well as Twitch now. Every Thursday evening, 9:30 EM. Jesus, 9:30 Eastern time. Good Lord, making my own time zones
Very
out here.
good.
Also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Diggity Podcast, and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as on Twitch. Do you guys want to plug your stuff before we jump on into all this stuff?
I'll hit it. You could find WASD and Beyond at Beyond WASD on Twitter and Instagram, and that's where you can find us. You can listen to. That's basically it. But you can listen to us on Apple, Spotify, and all the major podcasting platforms that you so choose.
I love how when I ask you to, you just like it's like a chore. You're like, oh, yeah, I guess
Well,
I'll plug the shit.
Oh, I'm the intro guy and the outro guy for our show.
Oh, so it feels weird on the territory right now.
Yeah, I feel like you're on my
because
block
I'm the
right
intro
now.
guy here.
Yeah,
Oh
we're
my
like
God.
conflicting blocks, dude.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pressure you and put you in that situation.
You know, it's fine. I'll forgive you this time.
All right, cool.
Fuck me.
So as per tradition,
Wow.
I usually catch up each week and discuss kind of what we're playing real quick. I'm a filthy casual piece of shit, and I've been playing Hearthstone on my iPad as well as playing some Overwatch, and I'm trying to finish up God of War so that I don't feel guilty and I can go on to Horizon Zero Dawn.
God of War is such a good game. That
Nice.
all of them are, but that one was definitely like a huge fucking game changer for the series, I think.
So what have you guys been doing, Evan?
I have recently been playing Mass Effect 3 on the Legendary Edition. But when I'm not doing that and I'm overwhelmed with how many different things I have to do to get like the good ending, quote unquote, I've been playing a lot of Rocksmith 2014.
What? Holy crap! Yeah. That came out of left field. That's crazy. So I've never played that. Is it good?
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's just
does it actually? That was the thing where like teach you how to play guitar, right? Like, well,
yeah.
Does it actually though?
Yeah, that's how I learned. I learned to play.
That's how you learned guitar. Was Rocksmith?
Yeah. I mean, my parents were like, "We want you to take lessons," and I was like, "Fuck that shit. You don't know what you're talking about."
You don't know who you're dealing with.
I was working. There was some kid's birthday party, and this is at the gaming lounge, and there was a guy. I swear to God, looked like Jimi Hendrix playing Rock Band. And I talked to him, and he knew what he was doing. Like, I mean, granted, it's Rock Band, so it's not that technical in terms of like strings and all that kind of stuff. But I talked to him after. He goes, "No, I learned to play through Rocksmith." And I was like, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah." He's like, "Just buy the cable and then buy the game." And he's like, "Yeah, you can just learn everything on there." He's like, "I learned how to play all my instruments on there." Or he's like, "I play bass, I play guitar, I play rhythm." He's like, "I play keyboards." I was like, "Okay." I was like, "I think you have a bit more experience in just the field of music than me, but sure, I'll try it." And yeah, that's how I learned to play it. I got 457 hours on it.
We got a young prodigy on our hands, apparently.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's fun just because nobody's during the day. There's not a lot of people in our Discord that's on, so it's like, what am I gonna do? I want to play a game. It's like, yeah, I'll load up Rocksmith and I'll play something and I'll just try to get better at it, or 100% it.
Damn,
dude, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I really enjoy it. Nick?
I have been attempting to play Days Gone and Biomutant. That's where I'm at.
How's it been going for you?
That's where I'm at. Do you like Biomutant?
It feels really empty. Like it feels like a whole lot of nothing. It's pretty, that's for sure. But like,
so there's a guy at work that was saying that basically they have so many systems in it that it feels like you can't master like anything.
Or it feels like you're over encumbered for sure.
Yeah, like they're just kind of like throwing shit out there.
Well, it doesn't help that all the fucking like AI in the game speak gibberish, and then you have this dickhead narrator who's like, "This is what he means to say," and I'm like, "Dude, it feels the game actually feels like a chore." Right? I was like, "Dude,
why didn't he just say it?"
So
they
speak
couldn't afford
Sims,
multiple
basically?
voice actors.
Yeah,
it's like Simlish, but like for a bunch of furries.
Jesus.
Probably my favorite part of the game was creating your like little furry character, and it was like clicking through all the different mutations, and one of them was like, this is the dumb mutation. This is how, like mutations go wrong, and the guy's got buck teeth and he just looks completely stupid.
There's like totally funny shit.
It's like, you guys are going kind of on the nose here with this one. Like, what does that mean, huh?
Yeah, we know what you want to say.
Yeah, we know, what does that mean, Biomutant? But I felt the same way. I couldn't I couldn't really get into it.
Oh,
that and like Days Gone is cool, but it's just like I didn't like that dumbass biker show, that Sons of Anarchy.
Sure.
I heard it wasn't dumbass, Nick. I heard it was very good.
I don't care. I don't like bikers. Okay, I don't like biker themed shows.
Now I'm gonna have a buttload of bikers come to my house.
Yeah,
now.
like Hells Angels kicking down your door.
Oh shit!
What do you mean you don't like bikers?
It's like we heard you don't like bikers.
Yeah.
Who said that? Some guy on lines.
Yeah.
10-4 rubber ducky. We're going to get the Diggity podcast.
Yeah.
Fucking
10-4 rubber ducky.
Get me my
feels like
stick.
Oh my god. It just feels like Sons of Anarchy with zombies. That's all it feels like to me. And I'm just losing interest.
I mean, that sounds kind of cool, but I've also at the start that was a terrible launch, right? Like it was like plagued by a bunch of shit. Or was it boring?
It was. I think it was just boring. I think people were like, "It's pretty and it seems fun, but it's just super boring."
Damn.
So I mean,
I could say what I want to say about it, but I run the risk of looking like a one-trick pony.
Oh, you go ahead.
Oh, you know what he's gonna fucking say. You know what he's gonna say.
You know what I'm gonna say.
Last of Us 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it.
Go ahead, say it. Go ahead, say it.
Like
E3's coming up. That's all everyone's going to compare everything to now. And then the Game Awards are what, in 8 months, 9 months?
Yeah,
so then they'll win again, probably.
It definitely the world in terms of graphics, it looks very pretty. And I definitely got the same sort of like Last of Us vibes from it. But then upon gameplay, where it came to shooting zombies and stuff like that, it didn't feel as
felt arcadey.
Yeah, it felt arcadey. It didn't feel as solid. Like shooting my shotgun or my pistol at zombies, I didn't feel like I had to make every bullet count, which I guess is kind of what maybe I can change the difficulty and fix that. But like, it just in terms of feel of using my controller, or keyboard, and mouse to aim, I didn't feel like I was running the risk of missing a shot on accident or something. And like, I guess that's kind of what I was hoping for, was that it was a bit more risky and like, yeah, you can't just mow down every zombie in your way. But yeah, I mean, I had just been playing Last of Us Part 2 before I played Days Gone, because I finally got it on my PS5 to run at 60 FPS. So I was, really enjoying that. And then I switched to Days Gone, and I was like, this is just like a dollar store version of it.
What I will say...
There it is.
There we go. Boom.
Family value. What I will say, though, is that the game did do good on Steam sales-wise. Like, it did really good.
Yes, actually, I have those numbers later on in the show.
Yeah, so I'm hoping for Ghost of Tsushima to get ported, God of War to get ported,
yeah,
Last of Us 1 and 2,
Uncharted.
Uncharted. So
I'd like to see the Uncharted series in there. That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's what I've been playing.
We've got some juicy news on that of what's coming to the PC side of stuff for Sony. So, anyways, moving on, upcoming releases, and then we'll jump on into the news. So, June 3rd, you can pick up Tour de France 2021 for your PS5.
Hell yeah, bro.
PS5, Xbox Series X and S, the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. On June 4th, you can pick up Evergate for PlayStation 5, Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2 for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, The Last Kids on Earth and the Staff of Doom on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC, and The Persistence on PS5, Xbox Series S, S, and X. Good God, I don't know how Brody
So
does
much.
this. It's crazy. June 8th, you can pick up Backbone on PC. Chivalry 2 comes to PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Edge of Eternity comes to PC as well. And The Elder Scrolls Online comes to PS5, Xbox Series S and X. And The Elder Scrolls Online Gates of Oblivion comes to PS4 and Xbox One. On June 9th, Phantasy Star Online 2, New Genesis comes to the Xbox Series X and S, the Xbox One, and PC. And the Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade comes to the PS5. That was the update that we heard about, like a week or two ago from Sony?
Yeah.
I think a week ago. Yeah. And then June 10th, Ninja Gaiden Master Collection comes to PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Boom. Done. Those are your games for the week. A good amount. Next week is a big week because you got Ratchet and Clank on the 11th.
Battlefield being shown on the
Battlefield
9th.
being shown, yeah. We'll talk about that too.
I am.
Is there anything in this list
massive.
that you guys are like excited for? Maybe even something you might not even want to play. Just be like, yeah, it's cool. It's coming.
Yeah. Does the Tour de France, is it like the one testicle edition?
Oh,
stop,
one nut Lance?
stop.
Yeah, dude, live strong all day, every day.
Live strong, nut strong, dude.
That's strong, baby.
That's how he's so fast.
First time I
He's
ever
down
saw
like
him was
5
in,
grams, you know?
Yeah, he's a goddamn cheater, is what he is.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, he's got one ball.
Are you a
His knee doesn't hurt as
supporter,
bad.
Evan, of Lance Armstrong?
Listen, man. The
He
first time
got
I saw
caught
him,
cheating.
So
the
you
first
guys
time I
know
saw
my
him was in
PSN debacle,
dodgeball.
right?
Come on.
No.
First time I saw him was in dodgeball. He
Oh,
influenced
okay.
Peter LaFleur to go back and win the championship. Come on,
Peter
guys.
Lafleur. Did you you guys never heard about my PlayStation TV PSN Lance Armstrong debacle?
I've
No.
never heard this. No.
Okay, so
Oh,
I
boy.
decided to sign up for PlayStation TV. Okay, when it was a thing. Evan's camera's drunk.
There you go.
Reflects
There
the
you go,
owner.
Evan. It's because your lighting's bad. That's
Yeah,
why
it
it's
is.
freaking out.
Here, hold on. I'll fix it.
So the you want air horns? Oh, we can
Yeah,
do that.
please.
We can do that kind of shit. There we
Oh,
go.
boy.
I don't know if it worked or not. It probably didn't.
It probably did on the stream. I didn't hear it, but it probably did.
No, we'd hear it. Oh yeah, it is. It is working. It is working indeed.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
I just blasted
Hell
like
yeah.
3 times.
What up?
Anyways, basically
Very good.
the Lance Armstrong story goes like this. I was going to a wedding up in Canada, Sudbury, Ontario to be exact. So I had to go all the way up, like through Sault Ste. Marie up the UP, all that stuff. You know that your stupid mitten
Oh,
thing
yeah.
with your state. You know, I'm up here.
Excuse us.
Yeah, look at this.
I'm at the
Isn't
piece
that
of
cool?
dog shit that the mitten's picking up. I'm just kidding. It's beautiful up there. I love it. I love it. I love the UP. Stop. I love Upers. I got pasties. I'm a big fan of pasties.
What'd you call me?
Absolutely, baby.
Absolutely, baby. Nick's like, okay, you're good now. You know the pasty life.
Absolutely.
All right. So basically, I signed up for PlayStation TV because I was like, I'm going to watch some TV on my way up there or whatever. Because me and the wife split the drive up. And I get to my buddy's house. I realized that then it was region locked, but I had a U.S. account and I had a free trial. And I was like, man, I really need to cancel this because I really didn't like it. I thought it was really poorly laid out, like the whole app and everything. Hence, why it's canceled now. But
Yeah.
I really just needed to cancel, but I couldn't. It wouldn't let me cancel it because I was in Canada, and at that time I had my VPN, and I was like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? So basically, I get charged for this thing the next day. I call PlayStation. I say, hey, look, I'm up in Canada. I tried to cancel this thing, but I can't through the site. And he goes, okay, I just need your PSN. And at that time, I didn't have a PlayStation. I was an Xbox guy, so I was like, I'm just gonna make a stupid PSN name, and my PSN name was Lance Armstrong's Left Nut. And so he said to me on the phone, what's your PSN? I said, Lance Armstrong's Left Nut. And he went, he's like, okay. Well, like, that, he's like, funny, but like, what's your PSN? I'm like, that's my fucking PSN name. So we had to type it in and shit, and then it got canceled out, but it was fantastic. So,
That's funny.
I mean, it's kind of cool to see Chivalry too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. For
That
sure.
team's
That's
really
probably the only
cool.
thing I'm on.
That team that builds that is really neat. And then, like I said, I mean, I'm kind of just looking forward to next week. This sounds like an asshole thing to say, but I'm looking forward to Ratchet and Clank a lot.
Yeah, Ratchet Clank will be sweet, and then all the games we're about to see dropping next week.
Yes,
So, like,
yes.
It'll be insane.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I'm stoked for E3. I'm stoked for everything going on with that. And I can't, I mean, it's going to be crazy to see what shit's announced. I'm hoping it's a good year for E3. I'm hoping it's not.
Last year wasn't. Well, obviously they had a lot of hurdles to jump, and the year before that was okay. But
Yeah.
I'm really hoping this is like a grand slam year. They've had so much time to now work around what's going on.
They
But, I mean,
have.
we'll talk about that next week.
Oh,
kill
yeah.
any content. Hey, you know how you're talking about your gamer tag on PSN?
Yeah.
Don't.
Yes, I have a
Don't.
bit of a story about that.
Don't.
I have
Go
a
ahead.
small story.
You go ahead. Don't let Evan rule your world.
So
He
I'm not,
mentioned the gamer tag, and I knew what he was going to say.
I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'll get it through the story though. I'll say. So my Xbox account got hacked. I was like 19.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I need to figure this out. I got my email. I just need my password, so I didn't get that reset. So I had to call them, and they're like, okay, what's your email? And I gave them my email. All right, cool. What do you think the old password is? I gave them the old password. Like, okay, that is one of your old passwords. Okay, cool. What's your gamer tag? And I went, all right, it's SL0PPY BUKKAK3, and she went sloppy bukkake, and I went, yes, ma'am. And she went,
Yes, ma'am, that is correct.
she goes, I don't know how you got that passed. Congratulations, you need to change your gamer tag. To this day, I haven't changed it. This day, I haven't changed it.
My
Why
favorite
would
thing
you?
about that is he goes,
Ow.
he says it's sloppy bukkake, and she goes, it's sloppy bukkake, and he went, yes, ma'am, like he was trying to add politeness onto it after
Yeah,
what
yeah,
he
yeah,
just
yeah.
explained.
Oh, yes,
I
ma'am.
was trying to be strong yet firm at the same time. Like,
You need to own
This
it.
is-
I mean, you're already that deep. You
Yeah.
need to own into it.
sloppy
True.
bukkake is a good gamer tag.
If you don't have a dumb gamer tag, I mean, I don't know. I just, like when people have like these super crazy ones where it's like stealth, darkness, stealth, blah, blah, blah. blah. It's
X
like,
Red Fox Killer
yeah,
X.
it's like, I mean, come on, have some light with that. Throw,
They
like your
they
shit.
asked me, what's your gamer tag? And I said, oh, it's EV0N, like Evone. And they said, that's pretty fucking stupid. Let's move on. And I was like, that's cool. Thanks. Let's get out of here.
That ain't no sloppy bukkake.
That's pretty stupid. Let's move on.
Lance
Yeah.
Armstrong's left nut.
That's
Yeah,
one of those things where
yeah.
it's like, I'd rather they just go as stupid than just.
Well,
I
what's
explain, like,
crazy
it's
about
sloppy
that,
bukkake,
too?
And they go, okay.
What's crazy about that too, man, is the fact also that like, I mean, we haven't got. One time we decided that I decided that I would try to change my name on Call of Duty to like different country. I'm not a huge country music fan, but I respect if someone's talent is country music. Whatever, music is music.
Right,
it's
right.
great. But I decided I would sexualize the name of that, so I decided to be Girth Brooks on Call
Nice.
of Duty, and I never got banned from it. I haven't tried Kenny shit on my chestney, but I'm
that's
super close.
Good scat. You got to get some good scat in there sometimes,
That's
dude.
pretty good.
Yeah. So, but anyway, speaking of the whole E3 stuff,
That's good, man. That's really good.
back on topic. I was gonna do this later, but I'll go through it now. So we got the event schedule for E3. So Saturday, June 12th, you get Ubisoft Forward at 3 p.m. Eastern, which, I mean, we're gonna see Just Dance, so get prepared.
Again.
It's gonna be
And
great.
Far Cry 6.
Yeah,
Probably. I would expect we'd see some of that. They showed it last week.
yeah,
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get Gearbox Entertainment's gonna do a little show as well on Saturday. We don't know the date.
Probably show off the new Borderlands trailer. for the movie.
Probably. E3's been weird this year where they're like, hey, we didn't put out a schedule because there's just so much. It's like, that's what helps that's what a schedule would help with.
we need
Like,
to
did you see
schedule
their
that
tweet? Did you see their tweet on that?
Yeah.
They're like,
this
hey,
is ridiculous.
we didn't make one, but that's because there's so much. It's like, man, I wish I knew when all of this shit was. If only there
Yeah.
was a
Like, so
categorical
you really
way
trying to
do
tell
so.
me? You're really trying to tell me to tune in from June 12th to the 15th to just maybe catch what I want instead
Yeah.
of picking my days.
Yeah, and then Sunday, June 13th, you're gonna get the PC Gaming Show and Future Games Show at 11:45 a.m. Eastern, and then the Xbox and Bethesda showcase happens at 1 p.m. Eastern that Sunday. Then Square Enix is 3:15 p.m. Eastern. Weird times. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Then
Just Cause 5.
Monday, June 14th, there'll be a kickoff broadcast at 11 a.m. where Capcom, Take-Two Interactive, Mythical Games, Freedom Games, Razer, and an unannounced indie developer will have presentations throughout the day. We also see Capcom and Take-Two, like I said, on there at, unreported date now. Again, like people don't have times yet for this shit, which is crazy. And then Tuesday, finally, we found out that the Nintendo Direct and Treehouse Live is going to be at 11 a.m. Eastern. So, and Bandai Namco will also have something. Details are forthcoming.
So maybe a Dark Souls, Demon Souls. No, that's FromSoft. No, Bandai does that too, though. Yeah.
Yeah, Bandai.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So it could be something cool like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Demon Souls is going over to Xbox now as well. Get it? I'll be all right. Cool.
Get you some. So there's that stuff. In terms of us and E3, you guys are joining us for a bunch of shit on E3, and we're joining up with each other back and forth on the channels and through the podcasts. We're gonna do a pre-3 show, what we're calling pre-3. Pre-E3, where we're going to go through our predictions and all that shit. I don't think you guys have learned this yet, but I'm going to say it. Brody's going to be joining you for the Xbox and Bethesda and Square Enix. I will not, because my dumb ass is at a wedding in Wisconsin, and I totally forgot about the wedding. Yeah, I know. Doing? No, I know. First, here's the thing. Not a big fan of Wisconsin. All right, if we've got listeners,
cheeseheads.
Cool. It's not even that.
Wow.
I mean,
come on.
They are cheeseheads.
So I lived in Illinois for 2 years, okay? And like when you're near Chicago, there's just a bunch of billboards like right at the border there near Milwaukee in Illinois, right? That there's just like the Cheese Castle. You got to visit it. Me and the wife drove by this thing. It looked like just a rundown fucking shack.
Like a shack of like yellow shit, or like what?
No, it was a yellow castle. That was it. And there wasn't even like cheese incorporated into the castle. Like I was expecting.
It was just a yellow colored
It was
castle.
it was a warehouse with like if you had the most bootleg Disney castle you've ever seen in your life.
Oh.
So cat piss yellow bullshit.
Yeah.
Come here to die. Okay.
Yeah, but there's billboards like everywhere. It's like in Michigan when you see like the adult store billboards.
The Lion's Den.
The Lion's Den, baby. And then you pull up to it. And in college we did that. We were on our way from
terrifying.
We were heading down from Toronto to Florida, and we saw the fucking signs, and we're like, man, we gotta stop there. And we looked at it and we're like, this isn't very nice looking.
Supposedly they have glory holes in them.
Shut up.
That's where you get hepatitis, man. I wouldn't.
I will be leaving the podcast shortly. I have to go check this out for purposes of research.
You're gonna come back with a leaky dick. What are you talking about?
you know, that's none of your concern, is it? It is.
That's none of your concern.
That's not your business.
The fuck out of here.
Stay out of it.
Get the fuck out of here.
So Sunday it'll be us and Brody then.
Yeah, I think it might be Saturday and Sunday.
You know what? You know I canceled the tattoo appointment for E3.
Did you know I got into a fight with my wife because I thought about just not going to this wedding?
Don't do that.
Oh, it's great. It actually went down like this. I built
a patio.
So I made that schedule graphic, which we'll put that out probably like Monday. I just think it's a little too
great,
early
by the way.
Thanks.
It does. I really like it.
So I built something that E3 couldn't. I built a little schedule, and I decided I would show the wife. I'm like, hey, can you just like look this over and like proofread this, make sure there's no spelling mistakes or anything? And she's like, yeah, sure. And she's like, she just texted me. She's like, one big problem. I'm like, what? She's like, we're at a wedding Saturday and Sunday. I went, fuck. So then Brody came over for barbecue and just to hang out. And I'm like, hey, so I'm stupid. So here's what's going to happen. And he's like, okay. And he's like, we'll run it. We got it. We'll figure it out. Not a big deal.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just, as long as Brody knows how to do all the shit you do.
Yeah, he does. He knows how to do it. It's all set up through our Streamlabs account and all that.
All right, pretty cool. Because if it's just us, it's going to burn and crash. But that's fine.
We'll be good. But anyways, we're going to cover all V3 so you can stream stuff live. And then we're also going to do like recap videos. I think for like something like Nintendo where like it's in the afternoon. I figure like we get together or whatever like in the evening. Do like just discuss everything and go over shit. And then upload as well. So you can catch that out. On the audio version of the podcast, we'll put the pre-3 episode up as well as the normal Diggity episode for the news that'll go up. But probably not going to flood the audio podcast with like, you know, us watching Bethesda interviews. I just don't think that's right.
Yeah.
I think that's probably not a good idea. So, but anyways, on with the news. Now that we're like, what? Freaking 20 minutes into this?
40 minutes in.
Well, 40 minutes on the YouTube because we do like 20 minutes before the stream starts. Jesus, man, come on.
Nick can't tell time.
Come on, bro.
That's fine. I'll go fuck myself. It's cool.
He's the chess dragon. He can't tell time.
He's the what?
the chess dragon.
That's his picture on Discord.
You can't say the joke though because there's a bad word in the joke.
Okay.
that you can't
There
say
is,
nowadays.
yeah, there is. But he showed
It's just
me,
the R word.
He showed me
Okay.
the.
Thanks for laying that out.
There's an Aqua
what's
Teen
that
Hunger
show?
Force. There's an
Aqua
Aqua
Teen
Teen
Yeah,
Hunger Force
yeah. Okay,
episode.
okay. I thought I like looking at the animation style in that little profile pic. I'm like, that's pretty similar to something I've seen before. But yeah, I like
Yeah.
Did you
Meatwad.
notice that it's flipped? Because
We'll go into it after the show.
it was just funny. 'Cause he had to
Meatwad,
flip-
man, so good.
He basically didn't want to get in trouble in
How's
another
your
server, so he
gals?
figured he could fake himself out by switching the profile picture. So he just flipped the image. He's like, they'll never know it's me.
That's an
It's
incredible,
like, you're an idiot.
incredible
Smoke
strat,
screen.
my man. Incredible strat.
Yeah.
It was a smoke screen.
It's the smoke screen.
Screen.
Moving on to the news. So the next God of War game has been delayed until 2022. So we got a
Yes.
tweet out from the Santa Monica studio, and it says, since the release of the next God of War teaser last year, we've been humbled by the amount of love our community has shown us. We're incredibly grateful to see so many people excited to experience the next chapter of Kratos and Atreus' journey. We remain focused on delivering a top-quality game while maintaining the safety and well-being of our team, creative partners, and families. With this in mind, we've made the decision to shift our release window to 2022. Thank you all for your continued support. We've got some exciting things in the works that we can't wait to show you. Santa Monica Studio. So are we bummed by this, or are we kind of okay with it?
I'm fine with it. That gives them more time to not let this become a fucking cyberpunk situation. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if it'd ever get to that, but yeah.
No, but I mean, like, I know there's a lot of people out there. I've seen it all over Twitter. People are like, well, this is bullshit because like you teased it so early. I like had aspirations of it being released like next year. And it's like,
You're
dude,
being
if they
awfully rude to people right now.
fuck them, if this studio
You doubled down.
if this studio needs time, they need time, right? Because I don't
Yeah.
want to play a God of War game that feels half-assed.
no,
Like, that'd
no,
be
you
such a
shouldn't.
bummer. I don't play any game, but especially not God of War. Like that's like such a staple in gaming now. Kratos is like a mascot in gaming. So I don't want to
Who is
play
he
it.
again? Was he? What game,
I'm gonna
what game-
punch you in your fucking dick.
What game is he a part of?
Yeah, you know, next time, don't ever expect me to be serious again.
Okay.
Oh, that's not that.
I am not.
How does that sound, Evan?
I'm not too bummed by the news, but I'm also not. I'm not necessarily like not a fan, but I just do not play them that often. I've tried to play God of War, the newest one, on
Yeah.
my PS5 and my PS4, and I don't know. There's something about it I couldn't get into. I think it's something along the lines of Halo for me, where it's like I'd rather watch it as like a TV show or a film rather than play it. Kind of like The Witcher. The Witcher is that for me. I tried to play The Witcher 3 separate times. I bought it, refunded it, bought it again, refunded it again, and then bought it a last time, and now I just have it because I was too lazy to go through the process of returning it. And plus, I thought Gabe Newell would contact me personally and be like, "What the fuck are you doing, man?"
Can I?
You can't do things in 3. You cannot do things in 3.
He'd be like, "You bought this 3 separate times on 3 different sales. What's going on here?" And it's like, it's a statement, Gabe.
So I
But,
don't know. I don't know if you guys
yeah.
are watching the stream right now, but this is what Brody sends me. He's in Legoland. He sends me a version of the. We're going to Vegas in July, the end of July.
Yeah.
Me and my wife, me and him and his wife, and we're staying at not the Venetian, but the one that's like attached to it or whatever. And he sends me a fucking photo of the Lego version of the Venetian.
What'd you say?
Where's that at?
I was like, Brody's so tall.
Where's that at?
Legoland.
That's
No,
in
I don't
Legoland.
see the photo.
Oh,
It's on the stream.
it's on the stream
I
right
see
now,
it.
bro. It's
I
on the
see it,
stream.
yeah.
Yeah.
I see
Oh,
it.
now I see it. It's-
Absolutely incredible.
That's why I saw it, and I looked
Why
at
is
it
it
first,
so
and
delayed for me?
I looked at it at first, and I was like, "Man, Brody's really tall."
he's
And then I
just
was like,
been
"Wait, this is
sending-
Legoland?"
He's just been sending me like little Lego models. He sent me like a Mustang the first day he was there, and then he sent like that. There's like the Nintendo kit and shit, and I'm like, holy
That's pretty
shit!
cool.
Yeah, it is cool. It's neat.
That's pretty neat. Yeah.
It's like we stay in there. So
Wait, what stream are you? Am I behind somewhere?
our
The
stream is
Diggity
delayed by a
podcast.
bit on purpose in case
I get it.
something bad happens, and we can
Oh,
pull that
good,
shit
yeah,
down.
good move.
You know,
Roll them up.
Yeah, roll them up.
there's a
Hey.
delay, but hey. So.
Keep it going. I gotta run real quick. I gotta go to the bathroom. Keep going.
Every time
Basically-
you're on this
I
show,
know, man. He does it every time. Basically, what he meant to say was God of War is not important to him, and he does not care for the game series at all.
certainly
Anyway.
sounds like it. Certainly sounds like it.
Indeed.
Next story. So Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West is aiming apparently for a holiday 2021 release. So head of PlayStation Studios, Herman Hulst, announced the news on PlayStation Blog in a Q&A where he discussed what's next for PlayStation Studios. So he said, so we have currently 2 very big, very narrative-driven games in development, Horizon Forbidden West and the next God of War. And for both of those, they're frankly affected by access to performance capture and talent, Hull said. For Horizon, we think we're on track to release this holiday season, but that isn't quite certain yet, and we're working as hard as we can to confirm that to you as soon as we can. And for God of War, the project started a little later, so we've made the decision to push that game out to next year, obviously, as he said. So to ensure that Santa Monica Studio can deliver the amazing God of War game that we want to play, with these things, sometimes something's got to give. It cannot be the quality of our titles, and it surely won't be the health or well-being of our amazing team. I've heard a lot of issues with like companies finding talent right now, especially out in California, because people are moving.
They're talking about like developing talent or like motion capture actor talent, or just everything.
Okay, across the board. Like they because people have either decided to leave, like these studios, which are predominantly in California. And,
yeah, they mostly are.
Yeah, right. And so they decided to like leave that state when they were doing all this remote work, and then they don't want to come back because they want to work remote for another company. So everyone's kind of like shifted and changed jobs. Like I know like 5 or 6 people in like different industries that are just like, yeah, I wanted to go shop for a new job. Like there's been like 5, 6 houses that have sold in my neighborhood. I mean, they like get bought the next day from someone else, but everyone's just kind of like churning. Like everyone's doing like the do-si-do to like another fucking state.
Huh. Okay.
Do-si-do.
Was that the most Indiana thing I could have said?
From a Canadian, yeah.
Yeah, right? I mean, I'm a bona fide Hoosier now, I guess. Jesus.
Oh, my God.
Hey, man, Hoosier up.
That's kind of crazy, though. Like, I never really think about it that way of, like, them being short of, like, talent in terms of making the games themselves. I can understand being short of maybe talent in terms of voice acting or motion capture, because I mean realistically there's only like 2 voice actors that I know of that exist in the realm of video games, which is Troy Baker and Nolan North. I don't know who else exists.
Which were both in a game.
yeah they're both in a game. They're in several games together, but like I never think of, when I hear talent, right, the first thing that goes to my head is like, oh yeah, motion capture or voice acting and that kind of thing. I never really, I guess, think of the idea of like, what if they can't find good developers or, like graphic designers, that kind of thing. I never think about it like that, I guess. That kind of puts it into a bit of perspective.
I mean, and everyone was in a situation where they're like, hey, go work from home, right? And like, I know a lot of people that lived out, that were in like San Francisco, that were like, yeah, we just went and rented a place in Idaho for the year and just worked out of there.
Right.
Gnarly.
You know what they say about Idaho. Idaho, no Idaho. Yeah, but regardless of that,
I am Daho.
Jeff.
Yeah, I know.
Well, he's right.
It's good. I liked it. You can build the deck. I can't, so I can't say anything to you.
But it was brought up at one point.
No, like I mean, they moved out, and then now they're in like kind of like a little stranglehold on the studio. And like when this first happened, Brody was like, we discussed if they're all going to go remote, and I'm like, this form of art cannot be remote.
No,
like this form of media you cannot efficiently and effectively create this in a remote setting. It's just not going to happen. Right. So now we're kind of seeing that, which is great. So it's just wonderful because now we get more delays.
I was getting concerned because like the way I was thinking of it in my head, I've obviously never worked for the industry or anything like that. So in my head, I was like, the work environment was probably easier when you're with your buddies who are developing this thing. And you can constantly go over there and go, hey, man, I can't figure this out. Or, hey, man, how does this... you're able to fucking actually interact. Opposed to, like, I'm going to talk to you on Teams or Discord.
Oh, God.
And we're going to try to... You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I could see, like, why this is happening. And if people don't understand that, I don't...
Well,
like, what the fuck do you want?
There's been, like, acquisitions of talent, or people just kind of openly leaving to go to some of the shit that, like, Amazon's trying to start up in Montreal.
Yeah.
Those new studios.
Little side note on that, actually, I just read yesterday that a big Activision executive for Warzone just left to go to EA.
That's in here as well.
Oh yeah,
Let's go.
I just saw that yesterday.
No stone unturned, my dude.
Yeah, he left to go work on Battlefield 6, probably because Battlefield is supposed to have a battle royale come out later. After the game comes out, they're gonna have a free battle royale.
Because the other one did so well.
Oh, what was it called again? It's like Stormfire.
Firestorm.
Johnny Cash's Ring of Fire.
Firestorm. Ever,
I gotta say
can you look that up so we don't sound like idiots?
it was Firestorm.
Was it
but,
Firestorm? Okay, cool.
It was Firestorm, but I think that was pretty unique though, was that, running away from the ring, which was all fire, so you would see trees and,
Burn
buildings
shit, yeah.
crash and stuff. Like, that was pretty interesting, instead of it being like, it's a storm, there's some effects, it doesn't do much. Or like in Warzone, it's like, there's gas. That's all it is, though.
Gas.
You sometimes put on like a gas mask if you have one, but like other than that, it doesn't do anything. And it's like, if you're in the ring in Battlefield, it's like, holy shit, everything's burning.
Right.
But yeah, no, I noticed that yesterday. So I mean, I guess that's probably gonna be more common too, right? It's people leaving to go to other studios or startups or something.
Jumping
like that,
ships.
work on something else.
Yeah, well, I mean, you also have like the benefit as well as when these things start up with Amazon. I mean, they can make an ass load of money.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
When they start up, so.
Didn't
I
you
bought
get
it
the
in
game
New
from
World.
them? Yeah, you bought it in New World.
Yeah, I bought it in New World. I thought it was gonna be cool.
I thought it was.
How's that
I
working
love
out
how
for
you opened with that. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be neat. I thought it was gonna be cool.
It is not out yet. The beta was okay. We'll see. We'll see if I wasted $40.
Was it as good or better than Star Citizen? That's the real test.
Get the fuck out of here with Star Citizen. We're not talking
What?
about Star Citizen.
I'm using it as an example. Come on,
Start.
play into this here.
It's not as good as Star Citizen.
Okay then.
But you really like Star Citizen, right?
He spent like $3,000 on Star Citizen.
No, I didn't.
Oh, he likes
Throwing him
Star
under the bus.
Citizen.
He actually did not. No, I think you've actually just gotten the base game.
I haven't paid for shit. I never bought the game.
Speaking real quick, side note. I think I actually paid for this guy to get this game, even though I was being told that I was getting it for his little brother. So I actually ended up paying for it for him. He swindled me. I have spent probably around $250 on the game. That's with ship upgrades. So okay. I'm not somebody who wants to just buy a straight ship like that's $600, right?
That's
like,
crazy to me.
That still blows my mind, and I'll never like. You'd have to really warn it. It'd have to be in game for me to actually think of buying it. But it's like I'm not going to spend over $400 on a ship that is potentially never going to be finished. But I would do the different thing if I'd be like, okay, I want to get this $50 ship, and then it's like I get that $50 ship, and then I upgrade to an $85 ship. So it's incremental. I'm not like just getting $600 worth of pixels in a moment. But like, I swear to God, I bought the game for him or his brother, and he's never paid for anything in the game, but he has it. And what's funny is that he does not pay for the game, and then he ruins other people's time in the game.
Don't do this, Evan.
I'll bring it up. I'll oust you right now.
Don't do this.
Know. This guy saw some dude land in his personal ship.
Okay.
And he came out of his ship with like a bike, like just some sort of like speeder bike.
Sure.
And Nick looks at the guy on the speeder bike that just came out of the ship, and Nick says out loud to us, he goes, "See ya, buddy." And he runs into this guy's personal ship, gets in the pilot seat, takes off, and then crashes it.
And did you actually say "see ya, buddy"?
Yeah.
He said something to him in game, yeah. He takes off. He crashes the ship. He breaks off like an engine and a wing or something like that.
I lost control of the ship.
He lost control of it and then crash landed. Did not.
Oh, we
explode.
ran away.
It didn't explode. And the dude is in chat's bitching. He's like, "Yo, whoever just got in my ship, could you get the hell out, please?" And we were like, "Nick, you have to land this."
Did you say, "I don't think so, buddy"?
Yeah, that would have been funny. He gets out of the ship, and I come and pick him up, and I take him away. And I was like, "Do you really think about what you just did? You just ruined that guy's night for playing this game." And he goes, "What happened?" I was like, "You're the worst
What
person I've ever
happened?
met."
He woke up from a nightmare. He can't control.
Yeah, he didn't even know.
I can't control what happens.
Dude, it was pretty funny, but at the same time, I was telling him, like, you're a dick. I was like, this game rarely works perfectly, and it probably was working fine for him, and you just ruined his night. It'll never work that way again.
I'll never get that opportunity again, though. But anyways, yes.
Yeah, no.
I hope to God Brody's not in a hotel right now, and his children can hear us talking.
Hi, Brody.
As I mentioned to him on Twitter, this is not safe for Legoland. This episode for sure. Not good.
Hi, Brody and Brody family.
Moving on. We have a date for Nintendo's E3 2021 Nintendo Direct. So we at the start of the show talked about this. So June 15th, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. Terrible timing. Everyone's gonna watch this shit at work. It's gonna be fantastic. The Nintendo Direct will be followed by 3 hours of gameplay in the Nintendo Treehouse live show that I don't think people will watch.
Wow. That's excessive. That's excessive.
I think Treehouse is always excessive because it's pretty cringy.
What are they gonna show? Chrono Trigger for fucking 2.5 hours?
Way to beat a mother down.
I'm sorry.
Nice job, Nick.
Wow. Moving on, Valorant is coming to phones and mobile platforms. So as a special surprise for Valorant's 1-year anniversary, Riot announced Wednesday that a new version of its tactical first-person shooter is coming to mobile platforms. While the announcement doesn't include many details about the game, Polygon had the chance to sit down, apparently, with Valorant executive producer Anna Donian to talk a little more about the project. According to Donian, or Donian, I don't know how to pronounce it. The move to mobile started with a checklist of questions about what was core to Valorant and whether or not it could be accomplished on phones. If any of the items on the checklist couldn't be done, then Riot wouldn't continue the project. Kind of sounds like anything, right? Like, I mean, I need to take a shit. Are my pants on? I can't take a shit. The most important thing for the team, according to Donlan, was ensuring that they weren't delivering a compromised or comprised.
Probably compromised.
It's actually spelling mistake coming on here. A dumbed down version, essentially, of Valorant for mobile players. The idea is for the game to not just be a port of Valorant's PC version to phones, but a unique to mobile experience as well. We didn't want to start out with we're making Valorant on mobile. We started out with can we make Valorant on mobile, with a lot of skepticism. Dolan said for us, whatever you get out of playing on PC, you should get out of playing Valorant on mobile, but we have to recognize that the mobile player needs are different. So, do you guys play Valorant at all or no?
Nope.
Whoa, completely unqualified for this news.
Do not.
Because I don't either. Have you guys ever at all wanted to jump into it? Like, does it entice you at all?
We've played it a few times.
I played it right when it came out, yeah, but I couldn't.
It was okay. It was okay. I didn't have the blast with it.
I'd rather go back to CS:GO. That's kind of what it made me feel like. I'd rather go back to something I.
So for Evan, for you, you're like, wow, I really want to play CS:GO now.
I literally looked at it and I was like, I would rather play Overwatch or CS:GO than this because I at least know those games, so I'm not going in completely blind, I guess. But
how does it compare to Overwatch?
It's just the abilities that people can use in terms of just having abilities, whereas CS is basic shit, like you have grenades, you have smoke grenades, flashbangs, that kind of stuff, but most of it's based upon how well you can shoot. Overwatch is you can shoot really good, but when Reinhardt charges your ass, you're not doing shit. You're dying. And it's that's kind of just how Valorant could be sometimes, where it's just an ability maybe you're not thinking about or something like that. It would do the same. You would just kind of get screwed because you wouldn't know how to react or how to counter it, so to speak. So that's kind of how it compared to Overwatch for me. But I'd rather just go back to Overwatch. It felt
Nick,
a bit more.
It was
variety. Yeah, it was
Do you think it's gonna live on for a good amount of time? I mean, it's pretty popular, right? With streamers, but is it getting paid?
Yeah, I was just about to say, I don't know if it's because they're getting paid or because typically when I go on Twitch and I'm looking, I see the first thing that pops up obviously is hot tubs.
Hot tubs, all the
time. But then secondly, it's usually Tarkov. It's usually Tarkov for me that pops up, I don't watch Twitch, so that's kind of maybe just based off of my random history, but I typically don't watch Twitch at all. So typically the things I see is Tarkov and hot tub streams.
Oh wow, hot tub streams aren't the first thing in here.
Really?
It's under the categories we think you'll like. It's my second one.
Oh, you better.
Oh no, history. My apologies. There's one in here. There's some chick on a Tootsie Roll inflatable in a. It's not even a hot tub. It's a bathtub. It's gonna be loud. What is this? This is ridiculous. That whole thing's crazy. That whole genre, bro. I mean, that's just. Crazy. I mean, it's just a crazy time. Someone's just in their hot tub chilling, and they're getting paid for that. And apparently, that's not. That's gaming. That fits it. I guess Twitch is beyond gaming now. But
there you go.
My top 3 gaming categories are categories that all is just chatting, Minecraft. I never watched a Minecraft stream in my life. And then Grand Theft Auto 5 has 281,000 viewers.
She just spilled her whole fucking drink in the tub.
Let it soak in, get drunk.
Oh, moving on. The Battlefield reveal is set for June 9th, so they'll show off the reveal trailer, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. and leaked footage of the game emerged last week, but EA moved to explain that it came from an internal video of the game and wouldn't represent the upcoming reveal. We've rounded up all the seeming leaks from the game so far, and we've also discussed how this also could be just fake. I don't think so. Kind of sounds like EA is like, hey, this is legit now. But oh my lordy, what do we want to see? What do we want to see? All of it.
I want to see. Well, for the reveal, I'm personally fine with seeing maybe gameplay spliced into a trailer. I don't need to see like a trailer and then.
Does the return of Dubstep Battlefield return?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
No.
Yes, we need it.
No.
That's what made him good, baby. That's what made him good.
Yes.
We need
Dubstep Battlefield.
Battlefield 3 and 4 music. Yeah.
We're just gonna blow your fucking eardrum out when you first put the disc in. Let's go.
I need to hear that bass when I'm running around because that's what gave me hype. But personally for me, I'm really excited to just see the game in general. I want to see the engine, see how it looks, see how I can't run it when it comes out, that kind of thing.
Sweet.
And then also I've heard rumors, and I'm sure you have it in like your notes or whatever, how they mentioned that there's Levolution like there was in 4, but we'll also be seeing a lot more natural events happen. Like in a couple of the screenshots they showed that were leaked, there were tornadoes.
Was there gonna be a Marshmallow concert or no?
Dude, living it here.
What? I'm gonna need you to. Wait, hold on, Nick. I'm gonna need you to get out. There's not gonna be any Marshmallow concerts. This isn't Fortnite.
Dude, there better be Marshmallow concerts.
I want no Marshmallow,
dude,
no likey.
If there's not like a weird film that isn't shown off on one night on like a billboard in the middle of a Russian map or something like
Citizen
that.
Kane.
Yeah, if I don't get to see a Citizen Kane trailer in Moscow, dude, on a billboard as an in-game event, I'm gonna be pissed.
Dude,
I'm sure they'll start doing that.
God.
I'm sure they'll start doing that for like when they start showing off the battle royale or like teasing it, like how Call of Duty did, where they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna nuke the map," and then they nuked the map, and it's like, you guys nuked the map, but it just went back in time to 1985. Everything is just 80s themed now, which is like that's not how nukes work.
Yeah, nukes are not time machines.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh my
everything's
god!
just
Look, it
gone.
only peeled the wallpaper off from 90s
like-
and above.
Yeah. Look at that. Wow, it's all.
Just get into a
brand
fridge and you'll be okay.
Yeah, like Indiana Jones.
new. Indy.
So you said,
talk about
I
that.
didn't hear the tornado thing. I heard other stuff, but you said tornadoes.
There were a couple leaked screenshots of like people in like there was an Apache helicopter style look, somebody in the cockpit, so you had like all the HUD options and it looked really high tech.
Okay.
But then there was a rocket like launcher. There was like a rocket booster like to send into space, and behind it there was a tornado moving towards it in the picture.
There
Or
was
had
some
the-
London,
the
England
outside.
stuff too, right? Didn't they have like Big
I did
Ben?
not see any of that. I only
Okay.
saw like it looked like a tropical island almost, and there was like a rocket pad with a rocket about to take off.
So
There were
it's a
tornadoes behind
Florida
it.
map.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, that's kind of what it looked like.
Big ass toilet.
And then
Welcome
they
to
also
Tampa.
Had, the thing that really excited me is they had VTOL like transport
yeah. Oh,
helicopters
yeah.
going in. So it's meant to be like 5-10 years in the future. So we're gonna see like VTOL helicopters, some drones, that kind of thing, but like nothing too high tech.
I mean, if there's
Like, no-
tornadoes, you best believe there's going to be an Indiana map.
What about Sharknado?
Just cobs of corn just flying through your tank.
Oh,
the
hell
Cobs are coming. The
The
Cobs,
cobs are coming, boys.
Hell yeah, dude.
The cobs.
That's what's up.
Oh
No,
my
I'm
god.
excited for it. I'm excited to see
No,
the
I'm
engine.
I'm
excited to
stoked
see all of
for
it.
like I want modern, which it looks like we're gonna get that, and then I'm super stoked about this natural disaster stuff. I really want to see like the crazy physics that they build into the Frostbite engine for this,
Oh yeah.
for like
Yeah.
buildings being destroyed and shit like that. That's gonna be phenomenal. Like when you take like a whole wall out of a building, it'd be just
Oh, yeah.
oh man, I can't wait.
I can't
So-
imagine like what it's gonna look like. Just how much detail there's probably going to be on
And
there.
watch
you
and
know?
watch. We'll get something that's got like a Fortnite art style.
Cell shading?
Dude, I think my time on Earth would
Ugh.
be done. I think I would have to throw in the towel. I'd be like,
Yeah.
they'd be like, yeah, ready for the next, big gaming event, Battlefield 6, and then it comes out and it's just Travis Scott in cartoon form running around with like an AR-15 in Russia. I'd be like, all right, dude, I gotta leave. I'm leaving. I'm out. Sorry,
So
it's all over for me.
I know we're gonna have the pre-3 show, as we call it, but
Yeah.
just for this one, I mean, like, what do you guys think this is gonna get? Like, it's gonna get announced. You think we're gonna see a release like date, like a firm date, or like a year or a season
It's going to probably be a holiday season, what I would say.
of
Say holiday
2021?
2021.
Yeah, no, I mean, how long have they been working on it?
Well, they've been
What?
working on it. They had an extra year to work on it. I think I said this to Nick the other day on the phone. I said what I could honestly, my true prediction is mid September, mid to late September, maybe even early October at the latest. We'll get a beta time period. We get to play for a couple days, maybe a weekend. Probably very late October to mid November. I would say like the game drops its like usually because they typically drop in like mid November. But then Battlefield 4 came out in like late October that one time. I think that was to beat COD though. So
Yeah.
that kind of depends on what COD does at this point. And I've heard they've had tons of trouble with their game this year. Like it's not going to come with a campaign component at all, even though they've been working on that or something like that. Like just weird shit. Like they've been working on a game, but they haven't had the manpower to like get everything correct. So like the game will be launching without certain things like
That's
a campaign or something like, or a third mode or something like that. So it kind of all depends on what they do. But I mean, if EA has said that they're very confident, like DICE is ahead of all their internal, markers for what they have to hit to get things done and whatnot. So if they keep going at the pace they're going and it's actually true, we could probably see it in late October at the, earliest.
Earliest.
Man, I'd
Yeah.
be so stoked. I think that game's gonna
I
do
would be
so well if they just give us a modern one and like
I've
give
seen
us
a
like
lot
Battlefield
of,
4 vibes, you know?
Yes,
I'm
that's
done
what
with
they
World War
said.
II.
That's what
I'm
they said
done
they
with
wanted
that.
to do was go back to like the modern stuff. And I've seen on
The world
YouTube,
was
they've
done
had,
with that, Nick.
Right. We've all been
So
done
bad.
with that. But YouTube had like different polls of like what's the most anticipated game, and a lot of them, like where Battlefield 6 has been shown as an option, most people are picking Battlefield 6. So it seems to be really hyped up.
Awesome.
A lot of people are
I'm
waiting
stoked.
for this one.
I'm so stoked. I can't wait to see the vehicles too. Oh my god.
Yes. I
Imagine
can't
all
wait
the
to see the
tanks.
weapons.
A lot of good
Imagine the
shit.
drones.
Yes.
Ooh, like a predator drone just flying over there
that
and it gets
helicopter,
sucked into a tornado and then it becomes a fucking
yeah.
dronado and it just starts like firing missiles and shit all over.
Yeah. They said it was going to be more than that too. They said it wasn't just going to be like tornadoes. We were going to see hurricanes, tsunamis, earthquakes, or maybe tsunamis is pushing it. But I think I saw something from a leaker, Tom Henderson, who was talking about it, where it's like, yeah, we're going to see natural disasters like earthquakes. And it's like, could you imagine you're in the middle of a firefight and all of a sudden the ground just starts shaking? And it's like, holy shit, stop fighting, get into cover, like duck,
Oh my god.
because you don't know what's going to happen. Like that would be. And on top of that, we're getting 128 players in a server. That's going to be dope. 64v64. That shit's crazy. I'm so hyped. I'm excited.
Bro. I'm so excited. Sweet.
Yeah.
Crisis Remastered Trilogy. We got a release window for this. So Crytek today announced that the Crisis Remastered Trilogy will launch for consoles and PC this fall. The Crisis Remastered Trilogy features the single-player remasters of Crisis, Crisis 2, and Crisis 3. Optimized in partnership with Saber Interactive for today's consoles and PC hardware. The 3-game bundle will be available on PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and for PC, with the game playing even smoother on the next-gen PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. Crisis Remastered available for these platforms now, and the remasters of Crisis 2 and 3 will also be made available separately. So, Evan, you sound like you were pumped about that.
I'm really excited. I did play the original Crisis Remastered that just came out a while ago, and I thought it was really fun. Going back to it and actually being able to run it, and it looks very good. It looked very pretty, and I was able to run it quite well. So I'm excited to see the rest. I'm excited to see what they do with 2 and 3.
Better get them fans running, everybody, because your shit's about to get real hot with those games.
I told Nick. Nick was so surprised the other day when I was telling him about it, and I was like, "Yeah." So they ran 4K like ultra, or no, 4K can it run Crisis settings on Crisis with a 3090, and the 3090 got a max of 30 FPS.
Jeez.
So ridiculous. That's so fucking ridiculous.
Oh
And
my
they were
God.
like,
at that
"Yeah,
point,
bro."
like, when does that become an issue of like optimization more than like capability of the game? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Like, at what point is that like, okay, just shit is just trying to load that doesn't need to load?
They had apparently at launch. I didn't recognize this. I mean, honestly, though, I didn't really pay attention to it, but they did not at launch have DLSS, and then they added it not too long ago, and that really increased performance for me. And I run everything on like medium or high,
Yeah.
just to be safe. And yeah, that's kind of how that went for me.
You're telling me you're unable to go get your 3080 Ti?
I've been trying to get a 3080 just for my dad. And every
Yeah,
time
good luck.
he's like, did you get one? I go, no, Dad. Stop asking.
Didn't they
I'm
only
not going
sell
to.
them in like 80 Best Buys or something like that?
For the TIs,
I
yeah,
wouldn't be- I wouldn't be
they
shocked.
did it like 82 different Best Buy stores, and they were only in person. You had to go there to get them.
Yeah, but think about that. That's like the Earth is healing. There's a bunch of nerds camping outside of a Best Buy.
Hopefully,
The
they're
Earth
not
is
trying
healing
to get 3080s
again.
at home.
Earth is healing.
Earth is healing again.
From
It's
COVID?
forming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another short story here, or short news piece here. Call of Duty Online is shutting down in China. Whoops.
Why?
What happened?
Through a tweet from Daniel Ahmad, Tencent will apparently be shutting down Call of Duty Online in China at the end of August. The free-to-play PC game for China launched in 2015 and was fairly successful, but declining revenue and lack of renewal from Activision will see the game close.
No, so there's like, we don't want to put more money into this shit. Let it die.
Well, so from experience of working like Chinese market, I mean, you have to bend over backwards to change things for your game because there's just crazy things. Like you can't show bones, right? In your game in China, so you have to be like fairy dust, right?
Right.
You can't be showing like a lot of blood and gore and stuff like that. And then on top of that, when
Right.
you have your stats platform there, you also can't pull your fucking stats because the Chinese government has a great old firewall. And so you end up having to use like a browser like Tor or something like that just to pull your fucking stats on top of other shit to get past their firewall. And so there's
So it's a bunch of ridiculous shit.
yeah, it's stupid. It's dumb to. It's not conducive for doing business in China on that.
Fuck all that.
Okay, I don't
just
think
too much.
anybody in
Boys.
China listens to this because this is one, we're American.
No, not fuck China, but fuck all of that. Like the,
Now you've said it. Now someone's gonna clip it.
you baited that.
Oh, they totally are gonna. Nice job, Nick. We're canceled.
Isolate the
Good
audio.
Fucking going.
Oh God.
That sucks. That sucks though, man. Like that. I didn't know it was that like chaotic to even.
You feel bad for China not being able to play Call of Duty online?
No, not
Be
really.
honest,
No, I
I'm
don't.
not.
I
No,
don't.
not
I don't
really.
really care. It has nothing to do with
It's just
China.
weird.
just
I
don't
didn't
really
know.
care.
I didn't know all those hurdles they had to do to play fucking.
Oh
video
my
games.
God, dude, it's awful. You
Yeah,
have to
they
follow their
have to go
rules.
through
They're
quite a lot
super
of shit.
strict. Like when people say, like, "Oh man," like you know, they tell you what to do. They fucking tell you what to do. Like, I mean, we launched a game in China, an undisclosed game in China, and we didn't have stats for fucking months. We tried everything. We tried Tor, which is just basic stuff. We tried a bunch of
Yeah.
back end shit trying to pull it. Couldn't get it. Every time we pulled it, the numbers would be fucked up and mixed up because we had to have our server on their end. It had all of that data had to be on the Chinese side for the Chinese statistics, and then we had to
That's
pull from it.
insane.
Oh, it's terrible.
crazy.
It's awful. It's awful. And then I mean, you got to change names. You got to change dialogue. I mean, you think you can have a U.S. flag in that game?
Oh, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. There's no way.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. You know, they're just gonna get Fortnite. It's fine.
Have fun.
It's okay. Have fun, kids.
Enjoy your time.
Yeah. Moving on, Sony lists a PC version of Uncharted 4 in their recent investor report. So, PC port of the 2016 PS4 exclusive Uncharted 4 Thief's End will be coming sometime in the future. That's according to a Game and Network Services presentation made as part of the Sony Investor Relations Day 2021. So, Uncharted 4 is listed in that presentation deck under the heading More PC Releases Planned alongside Days Gone, which launched on PC this month. On the very same slide, Sony trumpeted the success of another recent PC port of a former PlayStation exclusive, Horizon Zero Dawn. Despite some iffy performance issues at launch, that port had a 250% return on investment through March of 2021. Which, again, the return on investment, like for porting to PC from a PlayStation, I don't think it would be that difficult.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
But I mean, it wouldn't take a very large team. Anyways, according to the presentation, it earned back its porting budget and an additional 2.5 times that amount, hence a 250%. That's not too surprising considering previous reports that the PC port sold over 700,000 units in its launch month last August. And last year, Sony said in a corporate report that it will explore expanding our first-party titles to the PC platform in order to promote further growth in our profitability. And PlayStation boss Jim Ryan told GQ in February that more games would be coming to PC to expose those great games to a wider audience and recognize the economics of game development. Also, our ease of making games available to non-console owners has grown, so it's a fairly straightforward decision for us to make. Why does GQ get that awesome piece?
I have not a clue.
These are the
I have
people
no
who are like,
idea.
hey,
Man,
here's
let's
a
talk about
belt
style
every
and
man
watches.
looks good in. And it's
$7,000
$800. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Here's a
ridiculous.
great outfit. it's $17,000. Yeah, this is great. I mean, it's gonna be it's gonna be sweet for them to bring this stuff to PC. I mean, it makes total sense. PlayStation needs to do it. I mean, there's no way that they can't without having to keep up with Microsoft, right? They need to keep up.
It seems like Microsoft is dominating because they're doing that.
Yeah,
Halo, Gears of War.
You know, my prediction on that too is we're gonna June 24th. They're gonna show off a new version of Windows, whether or not that's like Windows is what it's just called, and it just gets a moniker name, kind of like Mac OS, or if it's gonna be Windows 11. But it's gonna be, I think they're gonna integrate Xbox and Game Pass and gaming heavily into it. As a service. Absolutely. Because it's kind of like shoddily done right now. Like, I mean, Windows 10 is like this hybrid level of let's use like the Windows 8 Windows application Windows 1 application environment, and then like, but let's also make things standalone because people don't like using the Microsoft store, which they're still not going to, but they're going to try to sell people on using that. But Microsoft's terrible at UI. That's what people
it's hilarious.
I think it's also something to note too that Microsoft and Xbox Game Pass has also partnered with EA Play, which means that if you have Game Pass, you get EA Play, which means that you'll get Battlefield 6 on release, and you'll be able to just play it right from the get.
Do you get it on release with EA Play?
If you have, you have EA Play and EA Play Pro. EA Play allows you to play games at launch for like a trial period, and EA Play Pro allows you to play them just for as long as you want. I don't know if like maybe it's you pay $5 extra and you get Pro, but I think they're going to be implementing Pro into Game Pass in a way where you can spend like a couple extra bucks and you get Pro, which means now you can play every EA game that comes out. So you can play the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, you can play FIFA 2022, you can play Madden 2022, all these other games, and then you can play Battlefield 6 right when it launches without having to, you can preload that shit and be ready to go. So it's like, it makes sense for Sony to be like, yeah, we'd like to bring Uncharted to PC because, I mean, I'll play it on PC.
I will too.
Yeah,
a lot of people play on PC.
Let me spend another $240 to get another Last of Us 2 edition for PC only.
Oh my God, you better get this news rolling, Jeff.
You better go.
You better go, my God.
It's infecting me. I can feel it.
CD Projekt appoints a new game director for Cyberpunk. So CD Projekt has named Gabriel Amantegil. Oh my God, I can't do this, guys. Gabriel as Cyberpunk 2077's new game director. I can't. Amantillo.
Let me look at it. Can you?
What's fucked up is I know the guy that's leaving his name, and he's super Polish, right? Mateusz Tomaszkusz who stepped down from the position and left the studio. Amantello joined CD Projekt in January 2020 as creative director for Cyberpunk. Ooh. Prior to the role, he worked as design director on Dragon Age Inquisition DLC, as well as a lead designer on various expansions for Star Wars The Old Republic. He will be tasked with leading the development of Cyberpunk's future expansions. God bless him. Former Cyberpunk game director Adam Badowski will now focus on other leadership duties inside the company. This includes CD Projekt's Red 2.0 transition, which will see the studio alter its strategy in order to develop multiple AAA titles in parallel. Meanwhile, CD Projekt is still struggling to restore Cyberpunk onto the PlayStation Store after it was removed almost 6 months ago due to severe technical issues. Joint CEO Adam Kaczynski. Yeah, it's Polish. I'm Polish. It's a problem. I can't pronounce it. It's the thing, though. Nobody can pronounce each other's last names. It's the whole thing.
Yeah, everybody just pretends they knows each other.
God, it is. It's like, hey, ski. Very nice. Hi. Told investors on Tuesday that he has no new information regarding Cyberpunk's return to the Sony storefront. How crazy is that? How crazy is it? A game has been off of a market for 6 months, and the CEO has no idea when that game is going to be back on said console.
What do you think? He went, man, shit. I don't know. He's like, I don't care.
Man, shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sony went, no, not yet. You're still in jail.
Yeah.
They're in timeout. They're in for sure timeout still.
I mean, like, they're in timeout for sure. Nick's like, I've seen this before. This is timeout.
I know timeout well.
Oh my God.
I personally do not feel I'm not hoping anything.
So
I'm not hoping they
who was
fail.
backing Cyberpunk up on here? Wasn't somebody backing it up?
Nick.
But
I
then
didn't back the
you
fucking
came on
game
the
up.
week after
did.
and you said, no, I was wrong. This is shit.
Absolutely, I did because I fucking played through the game and I 100%ed it. And I was like, this is bullshit.
Has anyone played
But
the
no. When it came out, you weren't able to 100% it.
Has anyone beat me up? What did you say?
No, has anyone has anyone like played the upgrade? Like since they've
Yeah,
updated it?
and I still couldn't complete a couple missions.
That's
They're still
great.
bugged.
That's good.
So he hasn't 100%.
How many?
it
What
yet.
percentage of missions though? Like, because it was almost at 80% at one point. So like on console at the launch. So what was it at now?
I have no idea. I can't complete 2.
Right.
Then that's the only 2 I have left. So it's just pissing me off.
That's fantastic. And what your only option is to
Restart the game.
Restart the game. Yeah.
Because it's my save. Yeah.
Oh,
What
Yeah.
a mess. I mean, so do you think? How the hell did they come back from that?
Kick-ass DLC, kick-ass new mechanics.
No. But
amazing-
like they want to. They're obviously they need to release.
Oh, you
Like
talking about
another
for the next
game,
title?
another title, like totally outside of Cyberpunk, a totally
I
different
don't
title.
know. I don't know how they're gonna do this.
I mean,
'Cause
maybe
they're-
like
they're-
if they did Witcher, they could like maybe, those fans would be like, oh, okay, cool, yeah.
yeah.
Well, they said they want the next Cyberpunk in unison with another game too. So they already had plans for the next Cyberpunk before this one's even fixed and finished. So
I think the real thing for them is that even if you were to make another Witcher game or even another Cyberpunk game, you have to bring back all the people that you lost when you came out with 2077. And I will say I'm one of those people where even if you were like, yeah, we just brought out this DLC, it's kick-ass, it adds a whole bunch of this onto the story, I'd be like, I still have a shit taste in my mouth from when I played the game.
Yeah.
And you guys were like, yeah, no, you got like a 20-hour intro, and it's like I had 2 hours of intro where I got to live the corpo lifestyle, which was me getting into a helicopter, drinking 1 glass of champagne, going to a
wasn't good
bar,
enough.
and then passing out, and then seeing a 80s, action cut of me robbing
doing
people.
cool shit.
Yeah,
But it
doing
was
cool
also
shit.
super fucking dark
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
I
hard for
have
my
the bladder.
TV to adjust.
I have the bladder of a 5-year-old. I'll be right back. It's terrible. Bad news.
I could
Well, at least you're
tell
honest
he was
about
moving in his seat, and
Yeah,
he
he
had
was,
like
like,
this
squirming.
pissed off look on his face, and I'm like, he doesn't like that I asked him the question because he probably has to piss.
Yeah. For me, it's that. It's just like I have a bad taste in my mouth from when the game came out, and I was
Yeah.
like, it wasn't even like I didn't experience many bugs, like game breaking things. And usually, anything I found, it was pretty comical, or it was kind of just like, that's stupid. I can't believe that like went through post.
Yeah, like I mean,
can't
there's
believe
stuff
that
in
got
it,
through there.
dude, where you're just like, so like beyond like little hiccups, like little QC hiccups, like beyond anything like that.
Yeah.
There's just stuff where like if you just boot it, like if you just took this home with you and put it on your PlayStation for like
Yeah.
10 minutes, you'd be like, wow, this doesn't work. We can't ship this.
Well, it's
But
like,
they
yeah,
still
it's like-
did it.
Like I stop at a red light or something, and I look up at the street signs, and it says message text, and then under message subtext, and it's like, guys, come on, that's not like, come on, who let this go through? Like that's gotta be like, Jim, why did you let that run through post and nobody? said
Damn it,
anything
Jim!
about
Why
it?
wasn't that in
Yeah,
the day
yeah,
one
like,
patch?
What happened?
Why wasn't
But,
that in the day one 20 gig patch? Damn it, Jim!
Yeah, right. That we all downloaded.
Oh my god.
But like for me, it was more of just like reading about it when it was coming out or before it came out, and it was like, yeah, there's gonna be like 20-hour intro sequence where like you go through your lifestyle that you pick. And for me, it was like, oh, 20 hours, holy shit, that's a lot. And then our buddy Elliot finished the game in 14 hours, and I'm like, that math alone shows that it's
optional.
not 20 hours.
It was just,
Yeah,
I mean,
optional.
it was just a bunch of like hype that was all like live stuff. Like my favorite thing was like when you first like the first half hour that you're into the game and you get into like the limo
Yeah,
and you just watch how the limo drives and you're like, bro, this reminds me of like the Lego Island game, like how cars turned
what's going
where like
on
they hit a
here?
left turn and they just go,
Yeah, they just turn.
it's
yeah,
like
90
this is the
degrees,
future.
ready
And
to
I'm
go.
like, and my wife's sitting there watching too. She's like, didn't they hype this game up as being like super like graphically there and like ahead of its time and like super
it's all in there, right?
super immersive? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, they're taking like 90-degree turns on roads that just.
It's like I should have the option to lean over to the driver and be like, you drive real well. Like you're taking these turns like a boss, man. Like that's fucking impressive.
What did I miss?
Oh, we were just talking about like the problems that were in Cyberpunk and how like there's no like everyone was saying there's like subtitles that say like subtitle here and like shit like that in the text, and it's like
for like
just
the
stuff that's
signs,
just you can't even understand how that would possibly ever like be okay that it went out like that.
I don't know how I got through QA. Actually, I know how I got out through QA because they said, "Hey, we're not delaying again. Write the list down, and we're going to work on it after it's released." That's literally what happened. They said, "All right,
they didn't have to do that."
It. No, they didn't. But they did because there was pressure from the higher ups saying, "This is the third or fourth time you guys have done this. You just have to bite the bullet and like literally take the big hunk of shit and chew into it."
But what's annoying is the high ups did that because of fans. And it's like, as much as fans bitch about stuff, at the same time, if you delay it again, they're just going to be like, okay, they're still going to go buy the thing. Evan's like, damn you for sounding like corporate.
You said, no. You said, no, that wasn't it at all. It was, you said fans, and I thought of, I said, yes, people who are sitting in their basement heating up dino nuggets are influencing the CEOs of multi-million-dollar companies.
They're writing crazy shit.
Well, no, I agree with you.
They're
and that's what I thought was so
doxing
funny.
people.
I was like, the people really do have the power because this guy his mom's making him dino nuggets, but he is controlling
dino nuggets.
Like, multi-million-dollar.
They're not even
company,
using
right?
Hidden Valley. They're using Kraft. Scumbags.
Yo, I hate ranch, bro.
I hate ranch too, dog. I'm right there with you.
Take it easy, guys. Good talking. Good fun time.
Well, hey, okay, you like ranch? You're a ranch lover?
Are you kidding me? This guy, he gets a slice of pizza and he douses it in ranch.
What's in ranch?
Yeah.
It tastes good. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
It tastes good. I don't know.
Actually, I don't use ranch that much anymore. I want to keep the fat guy weight off.
Whatever.
What do you use then now? What do you use? Like you dip your pizza in fucking
Nothing.
olive oil? What are you doing?
Nothing.
You just nothing.
You just
He
eat
doesn't
it
do
dry?
anything.
You
I'm going in dry, baby.
He doesn't eat anything. Actually.
I have 3 meals a day. It's like prison. 3 hots and a cot.
But he'll tell me.
You're on a diet right now?
Yeah.
You successful on it so far? Like you seeing good stuff?
Yeah, I kept the weight off that I lost through COVID. COVID did me bigly, buddy.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
Thank you.
He'll
Thank
call
you,
me.
COVID.
He'll call me and I'm eating dinner and he's like, "What are you eating for dinner?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm eating Japanese." He's like, "What's in that?" And I said, "I'm eating noodles, vegetables. I'm eating chicken, steak, and shrimp." He goes, "That's good." And I'm like, "Yeah, what are you having?" He goes, "I had 2 pieces of bread."
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Wonder White.
yeah. He's like, I had stale Wonder Bread, Evan.
I had butter sandwiches.
Butter sandwich.
He's like, ketchup? I go, yeah, I know ketchup. He's like, yeah, I put that in between 2 pieces of bread. And I'm like,
I never said that.
Yeah, it's ketchup bread.
That's nasty. That's like some Napoleon Dynamite bullshit. I hate
That's
that.
what you eat.
That's what you eat.
That's what you eat.
No, that's good. You're on a diet, man. That's good. That's a
dude.
good deal. Continue that shit.
Like,
I mean, I hope that you
like
eventually go out of the boundaries of eating.
Well, it's not just
bread.
So like.
Still
No, I'm not just eating bread. So like the eating thing is fine. Like I just do portion control now.
Yeah,
like, I'm not just like eating like a fucking pig and shit. But like the biggest thing I cut out mainly, I had a beer on the show, but I usually only have like a beer or 2 throughout the week.
Oh yeah, you cut alcohol out, you'll lose like.
Yeah, so I've cut like a lot of alcohol. Yeah, oh yeah.
A lot of
it's
like, probably
drink...
bloating, man.
Absolutely absolutely. But then like when I had COVID, I was vomiting so much and shitting my brains out so much that I dropped 30 pounds.
That's crazy.
It was sweet.
This is like one comment about elk meat away from being a Joe Rogan podcast.
It really is.
I also took MDMA.
There we go.
Yeah.
No,
you
it's
took
not
MDMA and
it's
and
DMT.
just, yeah.
DMT. Yeah.
Oh
DMT.
right, and then the shrooms. Don't forget the shrooms.
If you put grass in a freezer and put it into a blender and then freeze it again and then blend it and freeze it, you get DMT.
Yeah.
My favorite. This is not a.
Let's talk about saunas.
The
Saunas get
properties
hot,
of sauna.
and you sweat in saunas, and sweat is water, and water
It's
is
basically
weight.
one big rock. It's a hot rock. You pour water on it.
Isn't that crazy?
My favorite
shit.
thing about Joe Rogan is every time he has a guest on and the guest talks about something that Joe Rogan has no idea what it is about, Joe Rogan will always go, yeah, I know a buddy who does that stuff. And it's like,
Yeah.
how many buddies do you have?
Or he goes to the comedy, he's like, do you like archery? you ever shot a bow? I like Joe Rogan. I think he's a good guy. It's just like every episode is like, there's something about elk meat or something like about psychedelic drugs that fits in there.
It's always something funny. Yeah, I listen to him whenever there's a guest on that I enjoy. I'll listen.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I am with podcasts. I don't listen to podcasts, but like if Conan has a guest on that I like, I'll listen to it. But like if not, I don't care.
The show's kind of free flowing as it always is with you guys on here. But do we want to? I mean, can we talk about OBO?
You want to announce that?
Yeah, I think it'd be kind of neat.
Yeah, do it. I feel Brody might be sad, but do it. You already did it.
Bad.
Oh shit! No, I didn't do it. I didn't do it yet. You're right. Brody's not on here. We should wait.
Is that like okay? But so like we can do that on the pre-3 show.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about OBO on the pre-3 show.
He said OBO, and it took my brain a solid like 30 to 45 seconds to remember that I had something to do with that.
All I could say about that,
I was like, oh, I'm involved.
What I will say
about
it's gonna be
though,
better than the Joe Rogan podcast. I'm gonna say right now.
Oh, we're getting the hype train started, baby.
100%.
It's good. I think what that is going to be insane. I don't think it's going to work, but I think it's going to be ridiculous. People are like,
oh yeah, the world's not ready for it.
No,
the world is not ready for it.
No,
I'm ready for it.
Four drunk dudes going.
I'm ready for it.
Anyways.
Yeah, shut your mouth. You just spoiled. God.
Don't be saying shit. Don't be saying anything.
I'm done.
Go eat your ketchup bread.
I can't wait to show our shopping hauls on YouTube on OBO.
Stale
I'm so
Wonder
excited.
Here's Nick.
trying to. That's my smoke screen.
Yeah.
God, I can't wait to open all of our fucking Wonder Balls on YouTube on OBO. It's gonna be great.
Hey, yeah, absolutely.
Battlefield, this is what you're talking about, Evan. Battlefield appoints ex-Call of Duty exec to help grow the series. So EA has appointed a new general manager for the Battlefield franchise to help grow the series, and he's previously served the same role for Call of Duty and Destiny. So EA announced today that Byron Bede, is it Bede or Beatty? I don't know. Everyone's names are fucked on this news week. It's whatever. It's the first thing. Because sometimes they put the pronunciation for me. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Oh, really?
Oh,
No,
it's just a beautiful,
cool. Yeah.
beautiful human being. He's joined Battlefield as Senior Vice President and GM and signals a strategic long-term commitment to the growth of the franchise. Bede previously worked as GM on both the Call of Duty and Destiny franchises, and with Call of Duty, he was a part of launching the series' live service aspects, including Call of Duty Warzone and Call of Duty Mobile. So, huge pickup.
Oh, that's going to be insane.
Crazy. And, I mean, like I said, that's probably why they hired him, because of the live service aspect of he'll be able to help properly flow that, because that's what they screwed up with on 5.
Yep, we're getting stickers in Battlefield.
Right, exactly. We're getting cool camos, reactive camos that change when you kill somebody.
Keychains. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, keychains. Yeah, we're getting cool tags. But like that was their biggest problem with 5, was that they were like, the way when they originally announced it and showed it off with Trevor Noah as like hosting, if anybody remembers that like little thing they did.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
It was odd, but the way they went about it is like, as a live service aspect, they were like, we're going to start at the beginning of World War II, and through the game's lifespan, we will continue into a new year where there's new conflict, new battles. Yeah. And all we got at the end of it was like 3 or 4 maps in the Pacific with the United States and Japan. Yeah. And we never got D-Day. We never got anything. The closest we got to D-Day in 5 was Iwo Jima. And like, even then, that's not the same, just in layout and stuff. But hiring a live service professional, like an expert in that stuff for COD, will really help narrow that down for them as it goes through 6, which we don't know anything about in terms of setting. And other than that, it's US versus Russians, and it's like 10, 15 years from now. That's about all we know.
Let's go.
We don't know anything else about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I'm hyped. I'm excited. It looks like they got all the cards for them, which makes me really excited. Maybe they'll kill Call of Duty this year.
I hope so.
It sounds like Call of Duty's flopping, to be honest. It sounds like they're having a real tough time. Sledgehammer Games is not looking too hot.
I liked. I mean, I played Warzone for a while. I haven't touched it for a decent amount of time.
Yeah, me either. I haven't.
I mean,
I like Cold War. I like the story.
Yeah, Cold War reignited when I had my PS5 because of the adaptive triggers. I was like, this is cool. And then we played it for a while, and then we were like, hey, we're done.
Yeah, I like the campaign. I like the aspects of like making your own decisions and stuff like that. And zombies was a lot of fun. I personally had a lot of fun with it. But
Oh yeah. New
multiplayer
zombies
never
version is
gets me.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
multiplayer never gets me with COD games now because after Modern Warfare, like the newest one, and then Cold War, it's like, regardless if it's a new game, people do the same shit.
Yeah.
You know, they're always gonna jump around corners. They're always gonna dolphin dive through everything and stuff like that, which is why I guess Battlefield is so exciting to me. Is like maybe we'll see something different.
Yeah, here's hoping.
Yeah.
Nick is so he's prepared to be let down.
I from what they're saying, I'm pretty excited because like it's passing all through all the checkpoints it needs to pass is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
So like the game sounds like it's in a good state. It sounds
Yeah.
like it's ready to be shown, which is what like I said, I'm excited to see what they're going to show with the new engine that they've been working on, or like the updated version of the
And
engine.
nobody knows what it is yet. They don't know if it's a new Frostbite engine or if it's just like a half
Updated
upgrade
Frostbite,
or
yeah.
if it's an update.
I would assume it's going to be a full upgrade.
At this
I
point,
would assume
it
so
sounds
too.
like it's
Yeah, I
gonna
mean that's
be,
usually their
just 'cause it's been so
staple
long.
game. Like that's what they build the engine around first.
Yeah.
And
So-
typically with every game, it goes like 3 is a Frostbite, 3 is like Frostbite 2, and then 4 is Frostbite, 2.5. They kind of go by halves, and I think that this would mean it would be a brand new engine altogether.
Totally new iteration of it.
Which I mean,
Excited
I'm
to
sure
see.
they have it because they're probably going to have ray tracing, DLSS, all that stuff at launch. Like they're going to have all the bells and whistles, and all that kind of
Destruction
stuff.
physics, just
And they're
physics
going to
in
need
general.
well, they're going to need an engine too that can be really well optimized if they're going to have the destruction on the level they want it to have, because it's going to be really hard to blow a building apart into 1,000 little pieces that
And
are
then a
all
tornado
properly
picks that up.
rendered. Yeah, exactly. So you're going to need a lot of optimization for that kind of engine, and so,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it has to be like a really smooth machine going. But,
Yeah, we will see. I'm excited.
I'm hyped, and I'm saying right now to Nick, I know you were really let down by Cyberpunk, but I just want you to imagine just what if this time EA is telling the truth and it actually is exactly what they say it is when it
Man,
comes
I'm
out.
hoping. I want the game to do good,
Yeah, you
and I
said
think
that
it's
about
going
Cyberpunk.
to. All right.
I like to give him shit about
I'm done.
Cyberpunk because he was just as excited as I was, and then he played it and he's like, "It's not bad." I'm like, "Nick, come on." It's like, don't lie to us here.
I didn't
it's
want
just
it.
as bad.
I didn't want it to be that
He
bad.
He didn't want it to be bad.
No,
he wanted
he
to
didn't
find
want
the
it to
light
be
in it.
bad.
He's been a
but
good guy.
It ended up being.
I tried.
Yeah.
He tried real
That's all you
hard.
can do. That's all you can do.
He can't finish one of the missions, and it has to do with a freaking vending machine. How does that make you feel as a gamer? You can't
Like a
finish a
like-
mission
Like a pud, but that's fine.
like a pud. I love
They
you.
didn't spit on it first. That's fine.
Oh Jesus!
Good boy.
We made it all the way to the end of the show.
Look at that.
Do you guys have any? Well, first of all, definitely tell people where they can find you. But then, do you have any kind of end of episode housekeeping, like something we might have missed, or something that you've heard, or a rumor, or something they want to talk about?
Yeah. So before we tell you where you could find us, let's talk about this.
Hey, I was waiting.
Inverted. So the WASD boys and the Diggity boys for E3 made merch, which we only have 9 left.
Midwest,
Shirts.
baby, Midwest.
So E3 at home this year with Diggity and WASD to celebrate our first E3 together, which this is about to be insane. This is our first. No, this will be our second E3 as a podcast, but the podcast is more complete now, with Evan being here and us having friends like you. So now we're doing E3 with you guys. It's about to be fucking gnarly.
Thank you for
So we
having
made
me, baby.
T-shirts.
Yeah.
What'd you say, motherfucker?
I said thank you for having me. Baby.
Hey, but now we got T-shirts that we collaborated with Diggity, and that's sick. So yeah, just buy that shit. We only have 9 left. Just get them out of my fucking house.
Please, for the love of God, get them out of this man's house.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the merch is the only thing I had to do some housekeeping on. But you can find us again on Twitter and Instagram at Beyond WASD.
So
we're on Apple, we're on Spotify as well.
We're also gonna have to definitely get an OBO store going.
Oh, absolutely,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
With
So
I'll help design some merch that actually like we can do some crazy out there shit, and then we can do some stuff too that's if someone was wearing it you wouldn't know, but you're like, okay, motherfucker.
I totally
I
have
see
an
you.
idea of a shirt. Super simple shirt. Front, just the logo. The back, 4 images. I'm not gonna get into it. I'll tell you after the show. But it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool idea.
It's
Sounds
all
bad.
our cocks.
Oh hell yeah!
Just the shaft. Just the shaft of each one.
Just a shot. So you don't know what it is. You can't tell.
Better yet, we take the pic just like you
Who's
took.
got
Remember, Nick, you remember that picture you took of that little ball shaped thing? Remember
my
that?
egg? My egg?
Hey,
My
hey,
egg.
save it for another project.
Oh,
That's gonna
Who's
be
got-
the 4 images on the back.
who's got the deepest vein? Anyways,
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my
It gets
God.
worse every time.
it does. Well, whatever. Yeah, dude.
Lord.
OBO. Future.
OBO.
Oboe.
OBO.
Obo.
The world will know soon
Ooh.
about OBO, and then we're gonna put in a good amount of work, like getting everything ready and set up so that we can launch like real good.
ASAP. Yeah.
Because we should launch
Yeah.
on on Twitch and YouTube, and we should go live. We should
Oh,
do
yeah.
as we do here, but like
We're
we
gonna
got
do all
we
of
got
it,
some
baby.
work to do.
After E3, because E3 is about to be exhausting.
Oh yeah. It's gonna have to wait, but
So
yeah, cool. Guys, you can follow Diggity on Twitter and Instagram at Diggity Podcast. My gamer tag, PSN, is Maple Jeff. Do you guys want to tag yours? I guess we already heard yours, Nick, but you know.
What?
Evan doesn't have social media.
I have an Instagram, asshole.
Oh yeah.
That you forgot to tag me in on several WASD.
Oh
posts.
my god! Look what you've done.
Ozzy!
Yeah.
We be like
you
the
can
cool
find
kids
me
and
on.
just say sheesh all the time.
You can find me on Instagram at evan.hsl. I have no posts, so have fun liking all my stuff.
Awesome.
That's it, really. I mean, I don't stream on Twitch that much, and when I do, it's so sporadic, and it's like for 30 minutes, so it doesn't make a difference for you. By the
You
time
know what?
by the time you get the push notification, I'm already done.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
That's the slogan. That's
It
the
is what it
slogan.
is.
It is what it is.
For what?
OBO.
I'm
know if we
sure
can do
that's
that.
copyrighted.
Yeah, that has to be copyrighted. I think I know who that's copyrighted.
By who? Paris Hilton?
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci ain't copywriting that.
He actually, yeah, it's copyrighted.
I'm done. I'm done with you.
All right, guys.
It's
See you
so
next
easy
week.
to make him believe it. Peace.